During an appearance in London last week, Springsteen blamed his vocal issues on the infamously dreary weather in the UK. Then, in an Instagram post on Monday, he thanked his fans in Europe and assured them things would be starting up again.
But we will be back to Marseille, to Prague, and to Milan. We'll be back, coming back to Madrid and Barcelona, where we plan to rock you.
While the 74-year-old performer has not specified the medical issue, he has had to cancel shows before, most notably after suffering a peptic ulcer during the North American tour last fall. The condition affects the stomach and digestion, but can impact his ability to perform, he explained to Jim Rotolo on SiriusXM's E Street Radio in March.
Well, one of the big problems was I couldn't sing. You sing with your diaphragm. You know, my diaphragm was hurting so badly that when I went to make the effort to sing, it was killing me.
Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band plan to resume their European stadium tour in Madrid on June 12th. I'm Kevin Carr.
America in the Morning for Wednesday, May 29th, 2024 is produced by Jeff McKay. Senior producer Kevin Delaney. I'm Clayton Neville in for John Trout. And this is West with One.
Hey, is that a faucet running? Nope, that's not a faucet. That's a river running.
You're not alone.
Right over 100 million people.
I live with you.
Straight from the forest to us. In fact, what? I can't hear you because of the vacuum. That's the air we breathe. How do trees clean the air? They soak up the dirty air on their leaves, branches, and trunks, which means clean air for us. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yep. But the forest does more than give us the air and water. It's a shade for hot days.
6:59 in the morning.
That's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be. Hey, let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the
Trustworthy, up-to-date, dependable. We are your news station. News Radio 1440. News Radio 1440, WLWI-AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. After 21 days, 22 witnesses, and hundreds of pieces of evidence, the jury at former President Donald Trump's criminal hush money trial is expected to begin deliberating today. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson.
They'll go back to the jury room. They'll elect a foreperson. They'll take a vote to see about where they are on this case. And then depending on where they are, we could hear very quickly. If this is a hung jury, then this is going to drag out for days.
More brutal weather has battered Texas. Correspondent Tom Hansen is in Garland.
Back-to-back days and nights of heavy rain, winds up to 80 miles an hour, and hail up to the size of grapefruit. A worker was killed in Magnolia, northwest of Houston, when powerful winds knocked down 2 homes under construction, trapping her.
Those winds so strong they pushed an American Airlines plane away from a jet bridge at DFW Airport. 3 black men are suing American, alleging the company employees appeared to remove all 8 black male passengers on a flight from Phoenix to New York over a complaint about body odor.
I made a left to the jet bridge. I noticed that there was 7 other black men, and that kind of was like, okay, what's happening here?
Emmanuel Joseph among the plaintiffs who contend the odor was from a white flight attendant. Police have caught up with a fugitive in a Massachusetts rape case. WBZ's Jay Willett.
16 years after he took off during his trial, the dubbed bad breath rapist has been captured in California. U.S. Marshal Services authorities were tipped off to the location of Twin Kit Lee near Diablo. He was found a couple miles from the East Bay suburb of Danville. Lee was convicted of kidnapping and raping a coworker at knife point in Quincy, Massachusetts in 2007, but escaped custody prior to his sentencing.
One piece of
There we go.
Foul breath. Israel's offensive against Hamas in the southern Gaza city of Rafah appears to be expanding. CBS's Imtiaz Tayab is in East Jerusalem.
The Biden administration continues to insist it has no change in policy following the tech massacre in Rafah because it was caused by an airstrike and not a major Israeli ground invasion.
Josh Gibson could best the babe when he becomes MLB's single-season record holder in several categories, as the league begins integrating numbers from the Negro leagues today.
He goes to the top now in batting average, slugging percentage, OPS.
Brian Verhassel's GM at a former Negro League ballpark in New Jersey. S&P futures down 30, Dow futures off 229. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The mission to see the Titanic goes on.
A billionaire in Ohio says he plans to take a submersible down to see the Titanic's wreckage soon, despite last year's deadly disaster. Patrick Leahy's the co-founder and CEO of Triton Submarines and says he wants to prove his $20 million subs are stronger and safer. He says they can also dive up to 4,000 meters deep, about 200 meters further than needed. He hasn't set a date yet, but 5 people died last summer when their submersible imploded. It took weeks just to find pieces of it. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
Forget about French food for athletes at the Olympics in France. The New York Times interviewed the 2 top chefs in charge. They say they won't be serving French fries, foie gras, or beef bourguignon. Instead, the menu will include plant-based hot dogs, vegetarian shawarma, sweet potatoes with hummus, and beetroot falafel. They say their guide is the warming planet. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
My wife and I both, we got mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, and nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage.
I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from reading correctly. Navage helped me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Need to reboot your ride, Montgomery and Prattville? It's Matt Parsley here from Budget Car and Truck Sales. Spring has sprung, and let's have some fun. This month, I'm going to help you reboot that old ride and save you up to $3,000 on a nicer, newer car. Based on the price of the car you pick, it's out with the old and in with the new. So if that old ride is a hunk of junk, don't let it leave you in a funk. Bring it to me, and I'll help you shut it down. Because there's never been a better time to reboot that old ride. Worried about your credit? Budget has the banks and credit unions that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. Don't get your wires crossed. My For the People credit approval process is like a reset button. So this spring, reboot that old ride. We work with the banks and lenders that want to say yes. And you can save up to $3,000 on a nicer, newer car based on the price of the car you pick. But hurry, a deal this good is going to shut down fast. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. See all these great rides at BudgetSaysYes.com. That's BudgetSaysYes.com. Or call 334-244-9777.
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Biden incoherently adheres live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Verified, done.
Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom-made for your windows, and shipping is free. Shop at home and order 10 free samples of any product before you buy. Blindster.com.
Another dry day today with plenty of sunshine. Temperatures very warm again in the upper 80s, but the humidity stays pretty low. For tonight and tomorrow, there's a very small chance of a passing shower. A lot of us are dry. Even if you get any rain, it's not going to be a big deal. 60s tonight, only low 80s for most of us tomorrow because of more cloud cover. There's a better chance then of showers and storms with higher humidity levels this weekend. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking pretty good. Nothing's been reported recently that would send anyone on an alternate route. Looking at your traffic flow maps, traffic's moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area. You keep listening, and we will keep you posted. Larry Live Oak has been insuring the River region since 1988. Customizing your insurance needs, giving you the perfect plan. Live Oak Insurance, Main Street in Millbrook, 285-2881. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Wednesday. Authorities say a man and woman died in a weekend murder-suicide in Covington County. The sheriff's office says early Sunday morning, Cindy Jordan McGann called 911 saying that her ex-husband, Robert Rivera Sr., broke into her home. At the time first responders arrived, they were both dead. Gant police are investigating with the help of the sheriff's office and Chamberlain. An execution date is set for an Alabama death row inmate. Jamie Mills is set to be executed by lethal injection during an 18-hour window that starts at midnight Thursday. The state's first attempt using lethal injection since the failed attempt. Jacksonville State University announced its Office of Diversity and Inclusion is closing effective Friday. JSU's president says the move is the school in compliance with the new state law. The president said that all current DEI employees have accepted positions in other areas on campus. I'm Jasmine Williams, your morning headline.
Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I need you right away. My faucet's leaking, there's water on the floor. Can you take it one more day? Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home? Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
It's that time of the year again. Time to beat the heat and keep those pesky insects out of your outdoor living space. Just Blinds and Travel, with over 35 years of experience, is ready to show you a better way. Keep the heat out, the bugs too, and cool your outdoor space by up to 10 degrees. Whether it's screen shades for your boat dock, sun shades for your outdoor kitchen, Just Blinds literally has you covered. All designed and installed to your satisfaction, and everything can be easily motorized for super convenience. Visit GoJustBlinds.com to get started.
Sam, put your shoes on. We're headed to the doctor in 10 minutes. Okay, Mom. Hey, am I going to have to get a shot? Yes. It's time for yearly vaccines. We have to make sure all your vaccines are up to date before you start back to school. I have to provide a record to the school.
Alabama law requires children of all ages to be up to date on their immunizations before attending school. Every child needs to be vaccinated against polio, diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, also known as whooping cough, measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you all feeling well. And remember, you got to remember this. Any day above ground is a great day. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. Now, it is our tradition each morning to play our daily bread. A word from on high, something that'll change your perspective. I'll give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you as you traverse the highways and the byways of Alabama and Montgomery and all those kinds of things right now. I hope this show will give you something either to say, what in the world are you talking about? Or that was good. Or make you think. Jimmy V said there's three things you ought to do every day. You got to laugh a little, cry a little, and think a lot. I think we try to do that for you. Good morning. It is time for our daily bread. And our daily bread today is, what is our daily bread for today? Okay, I got it right here. First of all, what is the day? Well, the calendar says it is May the 29th, 2024. Our daily bread today is, well, it's advice from one older. Well, we need a lot of that. It is May the 29th. Our scripture insight today comes from Ephesians 4:29 through 32. We're going to start at Ephesians 4:32, which reads, be kind and compassionate to one another. And I know it becomes difficult at times, but you're not responsible for them, but you are responsible for what you do. Be kind and compassionate to one another. And good morning to you. Again, it is May the 29th. It is a day that has never been. It is a day that shall never, ever be again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past once it's gone. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you ought to do the day that you don't. And you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, May the 29th, 2024, hopefully if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've been around a while, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, charity, and love of God Almighty, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day, May the 29th, 2024. It is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever we do what you can, while you can, for whom you can, for as long as you can, until you can't. And reach back every once in a while and give somebody else a helping hand. Because no matter if you believe it or not, you probably forgot all about it. But somebody along the way, a teacher, a parent, a neighbor, a friend, somebody along the way, and even a stranger, somebody along the way gave you a helping hand. Don't ever forget that. Now it's your turn. Benjamin Elijah said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail in a thing or two, we all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never quit. You never give up, because quitters will never win. And winners may lose a thing or two, we all do. They never quit. My mother said, put one foot in front of the other. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. And if you cannot crawl, shovel along the way. But don't stop moving forward. Good morning to you. Advice from one older. That is our daily bread for this day, May the 29th, 2024. It is a great day, an absolutely stupendous day to be alive.
Hey there, and welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled Advice from One Older was written by John Blaze. What do I regret? That was the question New York Times bestselling writer George Saunders answered in his 2013 commencement speech at Syracuse University. His approach was that of an older person who shared one or two regrets he'd had in life with the younger people who could learn something from his examples. He listed a few things people might assume he regretted, like being poor and working terrible jobs. But Saunders said he really didn't regret those at all. What he did regret, however, were failures of kindness. Those opportunities he had to be kind to someone, and he let them pass. The Apostle Paul wrote to the believers at Ephesus, answering this question: what does the Christian life look like? It's tempting to rush in with our answers, like possessing a particular political view, avoiding certain books or films, worshiping in a particular manner. But Paul's approach didn't limit him to contemporary issues. He does mention abstaining from unwholesome talk and ridding ourselves of things like bitterness and anger. Then, to conclude his speech, in essence, he says to the Ephesians, as well as to us, don't fail to be kind. And the reason behind that is because in Christ, God has been kind to you. Of all the things we believe the life in Jesus to be, one of them, surely, is to be kind. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Ephesians chapter 4, verses 29 through 32. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. And do not grieve the Holy Spirit of God, with whom you were sealed for the day of redemption. Get rid of all bitterness, rage and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Let's pray. Dear Jesus, the world is filled with so much anger and conflict. We all feel the weight of it, and it's hard at times to resist being swallowed up by it. Fill us with the love and compassion for those around us who feel overwhelmed and act out in anger. Help us to show them a kindness that eases the strain they feel and points them to you. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. I'm Stephen Tabor, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Haven't figured out what to do yet, but one of these days somebody will surprise the heck out of me, and come up here and tell me what Space Force does. But until then, we're going to give them some respect. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. And for our local heroes, at least the ones that still want to be heroes, Montgomery Police Department, Montgomery Fire Department, and absolutely Montgomery Fire Department. Did I get the sheriff? I get the sheriff? Oh, and the sheriff department too. And thank him for coming up here yesterday, talked to us a little bit. Although he did get one thing wrong, but I'll tell you what that is later. What else are we doing? That's it. Is that it? Is that it? I got to everybody. Oh, no, Montgomery Sanitation. I got that. Okay. Maintenance department. All right. Good morning to the mayor. Hey, listen, I like the mayor. I mean, we don't agree politically on everything, but I like the guy. You know, I mean, he's smarter than I am. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not smarter than me, but I'm pretty sure he's smarter than like 98% of everybody in Montgomery. Okay. I'm the only exception to that because my brain is brilliant. Matter of fact, I still surprise myself sometimes what comes out of my head. Some people say I surprise them too with the things that come out of my head. I'm enthusiastically overwhelmed this morning because this day, among all the days of my past, this one was not promised. So everybody should give a good Lord a good amen this morning if you're on top of the ground and the ground is down on top of you. Amen. And good morning to Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. After all, this is an Air Force town, so we have to pay homage. Fort Benning's down the road. I don't care what they called it. It's still Fort Benning to me. Okay, and Fort Bragg is still Fort Bragg to me. That's right. I was raised at Fort Benning. Okay, but I grew up at Fort Bragg. Come on now. Where my fraternity lives, the 82nd Airborne, of course. I'm a member of that gracious fraternity. 80 dues, baby, 80 dues. Okay, for you legs out there, I know you don't have any understanding what 80 deuce is. I know you just heard about it. You don't really know what it's all about till you get there. I feel you. I got you. It's not for everybody. Only grown men with a double A. Good morning to you. You're listening to WLWI, home of Alabama's only super duper paratrooper on airways. That's me, of course. At least that I know of. There may be another jumper somewhere in the state of Alabama on the airways, but I don't know any. So until somebody shows me there's somebody else, I am claiming to be the only one. It certainly ain't the guy from Huntsville. I ain't mad at him. You know, he's a good guy. What's his name? I don't even know the guy's name. He always comes down to my house down here often and doesn't pay me homage. You know, he should find me in this studio and shake my hand, but he doesn't. See, he does it. He comes in here like he owns the joint. That's okay. I ain't mad at him. What is his name anyway? Who's the guy up in Huntsville that comes on after I go off? What's the guy's name? Anyway, I don't know what his name is, but I kind of like him. But he don't show me the respect that I'm due. You know, comes down here. We let him on the station right after me, so he get a big audience, and he don't even say hi. Don't even call my name every once in a while up there in Huntsville. You know, I'm just saying. What is the guy's name that comes on after I can't even think the guy's name anymore. Anyway, I'll come up with his name. See, that's how unimportant he is. I can't even remember his name. I don't know. What is the guy's name? Anybody know the guy's name? I can't even remember the guy's name. See there? Who's on the phone already? I'm not done talking. Good morning. Who's this? Wait a minute. Let me see if I get this. Let me see. Good morning. Who's this? Like I don't know. Okay. Yes. I'm doing fine. That's right. Okay. All righty, Mr. Ed. It is 7:28 in the morning. Just in case you got to be there by 8 o'clock in the morning. Hey, man, you must don't have very much to do in the morning, do you? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, then. I must don't have much to do in the morning, but that's okay. I'm good. And I'm still kind of perplexed. Uh, I'm still kind of perplexed a little bit at why we have such a difficult time getting people who want to be. Why people have such a difficult time deciding to be policemen. I mean, when when 911 happened, young men and women who knew that they were going in harm's way joined the service by the thousands, knowing that there's a great possibility that they could be hurt or harmed. But they showed courage. What is courage? Courage doesn't mean that you are not scared. It means that you are scared, you are unsure, but you found something that's more important than your fear. Are we a nation without courage anymore? Do our young men not have courage? Really? I mean, I just find it absolutely insane that we got young men who would go in harm's way to protect this country, and we have lost thousands of lives since 911. But we can't get people. So I'm just going to say what Ronald Reagan said back in the 80s. Is there something going on in space and time that we are unaware of? That for some reason we can't seem to summon that within us that protects our communities, our country. I mean, we had. I don't get it. Why can't at $47,000 a year to start? Why can't we get people to want to? So there must be more to this lack of policing. I don't think it's. I don't believe it's because all our young men are not courageous anymore. I don't believe that. It's got to be something with leadership. It's got to be. Again, we got guys 17, 18, 19 years old that go in harm's way uh, without fear. Well, they may have some fear, but without apprehension. And so, and our cities are going to pot. Many of our cities are going to pot because according to them, nobody wants to be a policeman. I don't believe that. Ronnie said there must be something going on in space and time that's creating this vacuum. I just don't believe that there are not people out there who do not. $47,000 to start. How many jobs can you get with no experience for $47,000 to start the year? How many? Ain't very many I know of. It certainly ain't talk show hosts. So I'm just, hey, good morning. Who's this? Yeah, good morning. And the question is, why don't they want to do it? Yeah. Okay. Well, again, I don't believe so. It yeah, again, doesn't it but how do you know that? Wait a minute. How do you know that? Yeah, I know, but there may be some young person out there today thinking about being a policeman. And I bet you one of them's going to call me. As a matter of fact, my son, my son yesterday, I asked him, and he said he had thought about it. Well, not yet. Not, no, man, not it, man. Z, we talked about it. We're not, we, he's old enough to get out of school. Yeah. Well, again, I'm just asking. I'm, I'm just asking the question. We need to beat the dead horse. Yeah, we need to beat that horse. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. Well, okay. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Well, if we can't find nobody else, I guess we got to take him. Well, I don't want that. No. But if nobody does it, well, no. Wait a minute. If well, not as a regular duty, of course not. Of course not. Mm, mm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me ask you. Wait. Somebody just brought. Wait a minute. Somebody just brought that up to me a few minutes ago. I saw this last night on the news. Selma has got plenty of policemen. They got 10 new cars, as a matter of fact, for their policemen. So why is it that they can get them and we can't get them? No. Why? I don't. I do not know. I do not know. Well, tell me why. Tell me why. Well, tell me why. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know, but okay. I mean, I know a lot of things, but I don't know. I don't know everything. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Well. All right. Okay. Well. If you got the answer, please tell us all. 7:36 in the morning. Good morning. Yes. Not much. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Well, I personally do not know. Yeah. Mm. Mm. You never, when you were coming up with, when the state of Alabama don't run Montgomery. Yeah. You never thought about being a policeman when you was growing up? Me too. And why didn't you be one? Okay, so you wimped out then. You wimped out then. Yeah, you did. You wimped out. Just say, I look in the mirror and say, I wimped out. Yeah, you did. I ain't mad at you though. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Well, I ain't mad at you. Don't call that man. Don't call that man. Don't talk him up. Let him stay asleep. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The boy got some homo tendencies. Yeah. He thought it was Roscoe. He had the wrong state. Yeah, I don't know. Now we ain't fighting though. I think he just that young man just needs some attention. No, today's the last Wednesday of the month. No, I ain't mentioning Trump. Yeah, well, I'm voting again. If it's only two people on the ballot. Oh, as a matter of fact, it is early voting right now. Republicans, don't be stupid. The Democrats are going to vote early, so the Republicans, you need to vote early also. Yeah, let's get the vote right now. Let's go down there right now. Stay outside if you have to. Go vote. Vote Republican. And that ain't my first choice, but it's a better choice. I'm not calling you. Calling nine. Hell, everybody's calling nine. Yeah. Well, somebody told us that I appreciate somebody said that the correction officer gets 55. Well, that's because most of the correction officers are in jail now. I mean, anybody reading newspapers lately? We got a new jail wing called correction officers. I mean, bringing in drugs. You know, we got a whole wing dedicated to former correctional officers. I don't know what they're thinking. Why do you want to guard prisoners and then become one? Whew. Logic and reason. Man, they must have missed that class. We'll be back.
Today with plenty of sunshine, temperatures very warm again in the upper 80s, but the humidity stays pretty low. For tonight and tomorrow, there's a very small chance of a passing shower. Most of us are dry. Even if you get any rain, it's not going to be a big deal. 60s tonight, only low 80s for most of us tomorrow because of more cloud cover. There's a better chance then of showers and storms with higher humidity levels this weekend. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Sabry for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Got a couple of things going on. Two accidents on South Boulevard, one at Narrow Lane Road, the other at I-65. So be careful on South Boulevard. Traffic lights are out, reported Cobbs Ford Road at 65. So keep your eyes open there. You see something else giving you trouble with traffic, safely contact us so we can pass that info along. Appreciate your help. Shopping is best at Midtown Plaza. Shop the new location of Burlington with incredible values. Eat at Yummy Yaki. Midtown Plaza and Street off of I-85, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
Faker is a name synonymous with the game League of Legends itself. Deemed as the greatest player of all time and most likely the best there will ever be, Faker recently opened up about how hard it is to not only be a pro, but to be at the very top for over a decade. After suffering an injury withholding him from play, Faker and his team T1 experienced some struggles. This allowed himself and the team to reflect and improve their mental strength, ensuring that one single game or moment doesn't define how good a team is. Do you think Faker is the GOAT of esports?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
We're going abroad for the first time in years to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Good morning, Alabama. How'd you sleep last night? Maybe it's time to purchase a new mattress from Wolf Boys Bedding. But we don't want to just sell you a mattress. We want to teach you about the right mattress to improve your life. Shop the Wolf Boys Summer Savings Event with amazing deals store-wide.
Twins from 146, Bulls from 209, Queens from 379, Kings from 599. Plus, buy a king for the price of a queen on the homegrown collection. Wolf Boys Bedding next to American Oak and More.
Don't count sheep, get a great night's sleep. Wolf Boys Bedding next to American Oak and More.
Shop Amish Direct at American Oak and More.
What is Amish Direct?
Furniture built to last and designed to inspire.
We set up partnerships with Amish shops in Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania.
By having these partnerships directly with these Amish families, we can offer custom-made items, heirloom quality, up to 70% off retail prices.
Outdoor furniture that is guaranteed to last for decades with little or no maintenance.
Bedroom suites, table and chairs, occasional tables, and much more.
Come see the Lake Martin epoxy table.
Amish Direct at American Oak and More.
Need to reboot your ride, Montgomery and Prattville? It's Matt Parsley here from Budget Car and Truck Sales. Spring has sprung, and let's have some fun. This month, I'm going to help you reboot that old ride and save you up to $3,000 on a nicer, newer car. Based on the price of the car you pick, it's out with the old and in with the new. So if that old ride is a hunk of junk, don't let it leave you in a funk. Bring it to me, and I'll help you shut it down. Because there's never been a better time to reboot that old ride. Worried about your credit? Budget has the banks and credit unions that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. Don't get your wires crossed. My For the People credit approval process is like a reset button. So this spring, reboot that old ride. We work with the banks and lenders that want to say yes. And you could save up to $3,000 on a nicer, newer car based on the price of the car you pick. But hurry. A deal this good is going to shut down fast. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. See all these great rides at budgetsays.yes.com. That's budgetsays.yes.com. Or call 334-244-9777.
Russell Wilson here with Play 60, United Way in the NFL, helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids.
To get involved, go to unitedway.org/play60. Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Join Kevin Elkins for Decisions. News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Okay, we're back with an LTD for you this morning. Good morning to you. It's 7:46 in the morning. Let's go back. I got a lot of things to talk about too, but this is an anomaly to me. I just don't quite get it. Good morning. Good morning. Well, I kind of believe it. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. but doesn't every yeah? But let me ask you a question. But let me ask you a question. Don't we all, as citizens of this country, don't we all come under the same umbrella? If when you get a ticket, you pay it. I get a ticket, I pay it. Right. Mhm. I will. Yeah. 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 But what you're telling me, they were irresponsible. Mm. Right. And if we keep harkening back to the past, yeah, but that's I mean it was wrong, but it was the way it was. You know, I hear you. Yeah. Hmm. So what we're going to do about it? Right. So what we're going to do about it? Yeah. Yeah. Well, mm. I'm with you. I mean, listen, but yeah, I hear you. But isn't that right? But isn't some of this our fault also? Right. So what do we do about it? Yeah. Listen, and let's listen. If you stupid enough, I hear you. And if you stupid enough to drink poison, then maybe you don't need to be here. If you want to stupid enough to drink poison, nobody can make you do the things you don't want to do. Well, there's only one Messiah that I know of. Yeah, there's only one. Yeah. Well, we don't have an independent party on the ballot. I'm independent, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the only Messiah I know is up in heaven. Other rest, I gotta go. We're running. Trump is not the Messiah, but between him and Biden, I'm gonna vote for him. Good morning. Yes. Well, yeah, yeah. But that isn't stopping people from you can't fight a fire unless you see the fire coming. Yeah, right. Unless you see it coming. But other than that, if you can walk down the street, don't know the fire's coming, you run up. You know, well, that may be true. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. 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 All right. Good for you. Good for you. I appreciate that. Okay. Good morning. Who's this? Well, that's what some of these professors. Mm. That's what they do. That's true. Oh, hey. Yeah. Mm. 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 All righty then. Okay, you guys are on it this morning. Good morning. Good morning. But if you, but wait, right, but if you own the floor, but if you own the floor, yeah, listen, if you own the floor and you get up off the floor just a little bit, okay, well you're all moving, you're moving in the right direction, but you're still near the floor. Okay, that's true. All right. Mm, mm, hell, I don't mind being insulted. You might be right. Uh, yeah. Hmm. Well, I would listen. I think some of those people go too far. Right. I think some of those people go too far. But it is not Trump that I like. I like his ideology. Okay. I like make America first. Stop making every other country first. Stop taking care of everybody else. Take care of us first. And that's where I am. Mm. Okay. Hey, I gotta run. You coming back? I gotta run. My time's up this hour. We'll be back in a 7:58 morning.
Home of the Ben Shapiro Show. Each weekly this media station. Yes, I'm Matt Piper in New York at the final stage of the criminal trial. Former President Donald Trump, jury deliberations. In an hour, the judge will issue crucial instructions to the jury, laying out the legal issues they will consider and the conclusions they will reach to find Trump guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Today follows an entire day of closing arguments yesterday. Trump's team tried to paint the prosecution's name Michael Cohen as a liar. There's no telling how long the jury may deliberate. Typically, the longer it's going, the better it is for a trial, because it shows not everyone is on the same page. I'm Matt Piper in New York, now with more CBS News. Here's Deborah Rodriguez.
Closing arguments are expected to be in Boise, Idaho, under the trial of Chad Daybell, her husband of Thursday, Daybell, whose son and daughter were killed. CBS's Amanda Irvin.
Brought forward a lot of members who looked for the children missing and found their names in the opening statements. They really stressed that this was an executed plan.
Chad Daybell was also killed with murder in his prison. Officials say the body of the banking employee has been recovered in Youngstown, Ohio, where the facade of the case blew up the building. Seven people were rushed to hospitals. None repeatedly. The building also housed several apartments. A military jet crashed near the international airport in Albuquerque. CBS is handing a permit. The pilot escaped the plane but has serious injuries. The F-35 was headed to an Air Force base in California and crashed shortly after refueling at an air base in New Mexico. Two defense officials say it was a developmental model of the plane and was being delivered by Lockheed Martin. 82-year-old Val Lee and Team Val. Jill Biden made the announcement in a video after the zoo was to two exits.
Julia, it's official. The candies are coming back to the
China and the Chinese candidates by the end of the year under a decade-long drinking research agreement. Brazil returned the candidates to China last year. Houston police say a woman was eaten by an alligator in Clear Lake, her body found in the jaws of the reptile hours after her husband reported her missing. Officials say they had to kill the alligator to retrieve the woman's remains. S&P futures down 38. Dow futures off 248. This is CBS News.
And now, a list of things from Progressive Insurance. Home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, ATV. Progressive protects them all. Then more about bundling at progressive.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit quirky and maybe even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes or overweight or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou, 800-230-2777. You will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to put you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-230-2777, 800-230-2777, or BigLou.com.
A cherished institution in the UK is banned. Millennial is touching on the British life, but there's a children's TV series dedicated to the adventures of Smith Cat. Like its American counterpart, the British Postal Service has been hemorrhaging for years. Now, the board of the town's company has agreed to sell to a check billionaire group, the UPS postal service, to foreign ownership for the first time in its 500 years. Nikki Barker, CBS News, London. The New York Times has unmasked the Graceland scammer who says he had fun with the tap to auction off Elvis Mansion in Memphis. The company Cassidy Investments tried to auction off the property in a foreclosure sale until August granddaughter Riley Keough went to court this month and stopped it. Stephanie Rodriguez, CBS News.
And Tropical City Cafe, summer is off season, and we're kicking it off with a free.
Are you the parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the Parents' Choice Award-winning online learning program that's actually changing the lives of children. That's a really one-on-one teacher who helps us so much. Which is all free for a month, but you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free. That's abcmouse.com/radio, sponsored by Agent Lee. We're abroad for the first time in
Learning Spanish.
in just 3 weeks.
Language for life. That's how that is for free at Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
No, you understand. Okay then, Megan. It's on the radio. I'm gonna do that. All right, good morning. Coach Dick, and there are a lot of things going on, and there are a lot of. I tell you what, I never listen to the I know I don't care what you think with this guy, what they can do. He's kind of like me, When he spoke, I listened because there's always something meaningful coming from that man's mouth when he addressed me. Like me, when you're the most popular talk show host in town, the smartest guy on the radio. It's difficult to be humble sometimes, but I try to be. I do try to be. Also, Rondé Mitchell, I don't know where he is this morning, but evidently yesterday they were out helping people with Echo and Adams Drugs and Jones Drugs. I've been trying to get Jones Drugs to advertise for everything. Evidently, they were helping senior citizens with the copay. Sometimes they have to make a decision about getting their prescription filled or waiting. And of course, if you wait for your medicine, chances are you won't be waiting very long. So I just want to thank Rondé and Echo and all those people out there that do the best they can for you. And there are a lot of good organizations right here in Montgomery that help folks out. The people that care. I think that's Stevie Ray's thing. There are a lot of folks out there doing it. At one time, I thought we just went to. At one time, I thought we just every month we would go for the city council begging for money. But some of these people do things to help other people in our community. And I just want to send a shout out to those guys. I have been blessed enough not to have to pay for medication. Because if I did, the stuff they got me on, I could the Sarkin and Riverside and something else. I know that you don't get a break for taking everything. No, but listen, I think that you have some great folks in Montgomery, Alabama. You do. And you kind of function with these folks. So I don't know where they were, but like I've always said, if you know somebody out there who really don't have food at their house, they really don't, I'd be glad to use the resources of this body help that we But if you do it on the air, people say, well, you just trying to get, no. I'm good. I don't need anything. Not that. And that's a blessing in itself. So, but, there are people, that need a hand sometimes. And sometimes we become, because we get sort of pushed off because every corner you on now, somebody got a sign saying, hey, the next time you listen, if you out there and you got a sign that says veteran, show me your DD form 214. Okay, I don't want to see a sign that says you're a veteran. Show me your DD form 214. Prove to me that you're a veteran. I ain't gonna give you much more money I'm gonna give you anyway. But if you're a veteran, at least I know you know how to survive. Okay, let's use only in like 3 days. I'm just saying, so just because you got a sign that says veteran, don't mean I'm going to go in my pocket and give you anything. You could be that guy that stole my money 2 weeks ago. See, so I don't know who you are with a sign, but you need to have some proof. Make a big old sign in your DD form 214 and make that the sign. All of us who have ever been in the service know what the DD form 214 is. You have it blown up so we can see it. We'll stop giving politics. Okay, just in case you're on hard time. 860 14 number you want to make sure that country was never make a round intro echo and all the people coming to us and asking us for helping some of these folks out. Because really, when you have to make the choice. Now, I've never had to make this choice. But and let me just say something before we go back to the phones. I forget sometimes. There are people out there, for whatever reason, some their fault, but sometimes not their fault at all. They just happen to be a victim of the circumstances of life. And I must have been, sometimes I feel so guilty that I assume people are doing things that they're not. Had it not been for me, and a lot of us in Montgomery, Alabama, a lot of us, had we not took the opportunity when we presented to us to go out to a recruit office or whatever it is we had to do to join the military or do whatever job, get a state job when we were young, whatever it was, had we not took the opportunity to do those things, a lot of us don't know where we would be. And those jobs come with a certain kind of benefit for you. So you don't have to worry about medication. You go to VA, you don't have to do all those things. And there are people who are so busy just trying to survive. They find themselves in a position sometimes that we don't know nothing about. I'm just saying we need to think about that sometimes. And it may not be their fault. Maybe they had 5, 6 kids and they couldn't join. But everybody couldn't join the military anyway. Only 10% of the men in this country ever served in the military. So that leaves 90% of the men to do something else. And sometimes you just don't have the opportunity. So Lord, I ask Lord forgive me for being selfish sometimes. Why do you do this and why do you do that? Well, I don't know why they do this. I don't know why they're in the situation that they're in. I don't have a clue. Maybe it's something beyond their control. I don't know. But things happen in life. And sometimes while we get our check first every month, let's not forget some of these people just are not people. I know them. They're not people who wouldn't work if they had an opportunity to. Sometimes listen, lately I've known a couple of people who need to go to the doctor and they just didn't have the money to do it. I mean, I thought when Obamacare came out, everybody told me everybody who needed medical insurance got it. That's not true. There are a lot of people. I know a lady who got hit by somebody in a car. They got hit, and the woman didn't have a driver's license and hit her. And now she's got to go to the hospital. They want her to pay for the treatment that she has to get, and she working in Walmart. So there are people who find themselves sometimes in a situation. So let us be cognizant of that. Myself included, about when you see people. I will stop and ask a question. There's a guy on one of the highways in Montgomery, and he sells art on the side of the road. Listen, I stop by and give him some every once in a while. At least he give me something for my money. So if you see that guy out there and he's selling his art and things like that, get a guy something. You got a little something. At least he trying to give you something for your money. Okay, I'm just saying. 860-1440 is a number here. If you want to give us a call, I'll talk to you, whatever on your mind. Let me see who this is. Good morning. good, pretty good. Right. I appreciate you giving advice this morning. You know, and I think something you don't do in America anymore. Duty and honor. We really, is that probably correct to say that too? We've been turned over. Where now you use those words right now, and people look at you like you're crazy. Duty and honor. You know, we just don't use those words. When did I say heard someone say it's my duty? It's my honor. Well, what was the last time do we even say that when we raise our hand to join the military anymore? Where are we? Where are we? And it used to be honorable to be a policeman, a fireman, you know, sheriff. It came up, those jobs came up. Yeah, we had people that in those jobs, of course, that messed up, but we had the devil messed up in heaven. So, you know, we're only human beings. But you should not take what a couple people do and judge the whole story. I'm just saying, duty and honor. What happened to them? Really, what happened to them? You know, kids don't want to be rappers. Okay, we didn't shoot at each other because somebody said something on the record they didn't like. Rather than protect your own. Again, I still say there's something going on in time and space, like Ronald Reagan said, that we are unaware of. We are just, we don't know what it is. Okay. And I would, you know, for years I've said, since I've been on radio, and I'm going for years I've said the reason why we have been a great country, because I think we did not mind in public honoring God. Okay. We may not have been the best Christian, but we knew where God was and who he was and what he was. We seem to have our mind has been corrupted in the things that are wrong. It seems, you know, we're trying to tell our boys and girls, you know, I thank God that remember Alabama, we go to a party, but she did find this thing where you just more out taking to the kids and turn them into girls because they're in the voluntarily, that's what they want to be. I mean, and again, you know, we mentioned that we are arguing about the right to unborn children. I mean, I, I mean, if this was a TV show, we would say that's got to be fantasy. That's got to be fantasy. Because when America would never be a nation where we argue about killing our unborn children for convenience. But we do. You never, you know. Anyway, 860-1400 is the number here. Let's go back to the phone. See who's there. Good morning. Well, I ain't sitting on the corner. Yeah, I'm not sitting on the corner. If you're sitting on the corner, if you're sitting if you're standing on the corner wanting money because you are a veteran, you need to show us proof that you're a veteran. Again, this we've been we are well because when my yeah, yeah, no, my son when I was in the military he wasn't born. Okay, okay, well listen, and he hasn't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if I'm out, no, if I'm on the corner out there, if I'm on the corner begging for money, and I'm saying, and yeah, well, I'm talking about for myself. If I'm begging for money for myself, you know, then, and I'm saying I'm a veteran, I'm gonna have something to prove it. Okay, good. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning. Yeah. Wait a minute, say that again. Right, right, right. What did I say? Well, my mama might say that a couple times. Yeah, yeah. Your mama said that a couple times. All mamas say that when they're mad at their kids, I think. Hmm. 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 Well, we've always had drugs. As long as we got herbs, we've always had drugs. I mean, yeah, right. Well, again, what do you want me to, what do you want me to say? Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yes. But when he also stuff that he didn't want to get involved in. Every parent wants to protect their kids, but it was still an option that you had. Right. Well, sure, yeah, and I had to do some of that too. So I mean, you got to do other things. Well, I don't know. I'm not down with that generation right now. But each generation has its nuance, and they have their burden. Well, there's one sad part about the generation below. They have an overabundance of affluence. They walk around with things that cost more money than I would spend on me. A phone that costs more money than all the money that was spent on me prescription collectively from the time I was born to the time I was 16. We have an overabundance of affluence. Sure, sure. But that again, every generation has its encumbrance and its things that hold them back or well, sure of that. Sure, I mean, so all of it. But every generation has this issue. Because now they think that is it really? Is it really? No. It's not easier. First of all, if I drive a car, the responsibility that's on me is immense. It means insurance. It means it walking ain't kill anybody. I walked with it. Yeah, I did too. High school in the snow. In the snow, brother. It was cold as hell outside. Yeah. Well, because their burden is us. We try to make life so much easier for our kids than we had it. You know, we have messed them up. No, there wasn't no. First of all, you ate too much, and going to school, you got some lunch money. Oh, oh, yeah, well, I went. Listen, I got the lunch card. I got the lunch card. We'll go. Yeah, and every generation will, but each generation, right? But we're responsible for the generation below us trying to do too much and making mistakes, trying to do too much and give them too much, and now they don't know what a hard time is because they've never seen one. Hmm. Well, I appreciate it, but again, so we've seen the problem, we looked in the mirror at it, and we tried to ignore it. So, I mean, sometimes I feel guilty about me these things. You know, I get to walk over the school. I'm gonna pick them up. I'm gonna walk over the school. So sometimes I just walk off. Well, they know there's no snow down. There's no snow. It may rain sometime, but that's why it comes up. We'll be back. So, have we made it so easy for our kids today that they don't know the taste of victory because we never have had this fight? Maybe that's one of the biggest problems that we have in our society. We try to make things too easy.
With that, I put a picture of my mother in my phone. She died of lung cancer from smoking cigarettes when I was only 16. Now I have a 16-year-old daughter. That picture of my mother reminds me that I will miss all the things my daughter is going to do in her life, including turning 17.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800 quit now. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC. When it comes to good money, if you really want to get smart about it, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online research for the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. An easy place to start when you want to get smart.
While you're home, you get through my house. Now you're clean and if you manage that, you can get your retirement on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll feel empowered to own your retirement like you own. Go to aceyourretirement.org.
News Radio 1440 is everywhere you are. On the radio, online, at news1440.com, and on our app. You can also send your smartphone speaker. News Radio 1440.
The time on the wall says 8:34 in the morning. There are other things going on in the world right now. And I can't, it seems like I can't figure out why we can't get policemen in Montgomery. Maybe they should put me in charge of this. And give them a good video give them and I want people to think about our kids in high school some what do you call those things? Tours, rather than scared straight, how about scared to become a policeman and to make them want to become one to help their community out? There's got to be a reason why. When 911 happened, I'm looking at the videos, young men coming back, no arms, no legs, the brains, the skulls cracked from IEDs, and things of that nature. And these kids, and they were just kids. I was just, real estate, and they went in harm's way to agree to do it. Okay, they use courage. And courage is willingness to take a chance, even when it means putting your own life in jeopardy. That's courage. It means to be scared, but to do what must be done. And we just don't. And we, of course, when you got the Democratic Party keep telling your boys that y'all to be girls, maybe that's not helping at all. If you feel like a girl, you want, okay. Look, men have to be worried. Men have to be worried. There's not a culture in the world where the man is not worried. And in America, our college students, you can't say that. They call it a trigger or something like that. We got safe spaces. Safe spaces in our universities where people can run to hide if they hear certain words. Do they not realize that the Chinese are like a couple minutes from saying, let's go own some America? And I got to tell you, the one blessing that we have as a country, the one blessing that we have is that we have oceans on two sides of it. Okay? And I got to tell you, I truly believe that if we did not have those oceans on both sides of us, we'd have been in trouble 100 years ago. Yeah, I really believe that. I said that is God's way of protecting us a little bit. But at some point, we got to man up and be men. Okay? And I don't care what the LGBT people say, none of that crap. At some point, a man's got to be a warrior. He's got to be willing to protect his family, be able to protect his country, to observe duty and honor. And you don't hear those words anymore. You just don't hear them. I mean, I got a couple of friends of mine that one whose dad is was a former state representative now. He in the army, didn't have to go. 4-year college degree. Went in as an enlisted man. So it was one of the toughest units the Army had. And because we understand duty. We understand duty and honor. But we don't seem to understand that anymore. As a matter of fact, I don't know if the schools teach that. When did I tell you about heard that word? Think about this for a second. When was the last time you heard this word? Because if we did hear that word more often, we probably wouldn't have it. We probably wouldn't have such a hard time getting permission to join the police. It's an honor and a duty to protect your community. It's an honor and a duty. And however that protection comes, you have an honor and a duty to protect that person as an older person. But again, if the generation below me, and the generation below that, if we've done one thing that's wrong, we have made their lives where they think it's kind of like going down the street seeing somebody driving a Mercedes Benz, 2024 Mercedes Benz. Well, all you see is the 2024 Mercedes Benz. But what they do see, okay, is the 1970 scooter, or the old Volkswagen. They think that you started off in a 2024 Mercedes Benz. And so goes life. They see where you are and not where you have been. And they judge us by where we are, not where we have been. And maybe we need to play the video. Everybody understands video. Maybe we need to play some video for some of these young folks. Okay, now let's go with the nice clothes we wear, the nice cars we wear. Let's get them pictures out now when we used to about the old car. The one that smoked, the one that everybody knew you were headed home because they made so much noise coming down the road and you were scared the police were going to stop you because your muffler kept coming up. Let's get some of those pictures. Let these kids know it's not easy. They really don't give anything away. And if they are giving it, then you probably don't want it. You probably don't. I don't know. I don't know. Something people do not want to protect their community. Something wrong. When we don't want a say so in how we live. When our kids think that shooting people, not just anybody, not people that they're angry at, just shoot, no, just kill everybody at one time. And there's something wrong in our culture. I don't know what it is. We argue with the book. That's how life is really have. You really. When I entertainment now, and what really ticks me off with black movies, most of them, is about moving. I mean, whatever happened to the great debaters? The Denzel Washington, the great debaters are color purple, or great movies like Gold, are lilies of the field, or whatever happened to those great movies? Because they lack a movie. Now it's easier just to play junk at us to keep them quiet. We like him. Even our entertainment industry has become corrupt. It's not about teaching people anything. There's no lessons to be learned except maybe you ought to get some insurance for your kids. But you never know what it is. I'm just saying, you're not going to think about that. 860-1440 is the number here if you want to chime in on anything. You don't have to talk about what I want to talk about. I'm just talking. There's some things again. Because there's some things we're going through that I just don't quite understand. I just don't. I don't quite understand why we have such a difficult time getting people to the and responsibility that through 200 and something years of service we did. I don't know. Oh, and here's the phenomenon that I can't figure out. Why would so many women police in America? Really? Seriously? And some, what's her name? Natasha Hope. I want to be a police chief. We seem to be going out our way with females in the position of a man's job. Now, not a man's job because of intellectual capability, but a man's job because whether women want to agree or not, it shrinks to be a person. It shrinks to a policeman. I don't know. But it seems like all over America, we got a women police chief. And when it get going, a woman cannot do what a man can do. It'll take sometimes. It ain't no 1440, but I don't know all the software. Good morning. No time. Mhm. Right? Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I have a disagree with you, at least in principle. As a community, you have the right to uphold whatever community standards you want to. You can go many places in America, and you can go online to get. If you want to read some of that junk, you can go online. You can order it. You can order from Amazon. You can go to bookstore. But in a public place where kids go, okay, one of our problems in today's society, in my opinion, we introduce our kids to things they don't need to be introduced to at an early age because they don't know how to handle the subject yet. And I well, that ain't failure. I mean, pornography is not something that is essential to our survival. And sooner or later, everybody gonna learn about it anyway. Hmm. Well, that's what it is. And you right, yeah, right. The other the other day in front of Congress, one of the I can't think of his name, but he is a fantastic guy when it comes to confronting these issues. He read a book from a library, and in that book, that was in public view. I think it's called the Queer Something. Uh, they describe in all of its glory the oral obligation of one man to another. Okay, why in the world does that need to be in a library for kids? Okay, we understand biology. We understand biology pretty good. Mhm. Okay, I know, but that's got nothing to do with pornography. Why do we need? You know what? I got to tell you something. We lasted a whole bunch of hundreds of years with men making babies, doing the thing to keep our population of plenty, without putting books in the library. Yeah, right. Yeah. I know, but we gotta stop going back to. I used to be three, but I'm not three anymore. And so I understand what you're saying, but that was then. Let's talk about now. Right now, we got our kids have access to too much information right now, and we certainly don't need to see pornography in our library available to our kids at will. Yeah, right. Yeah, and they did find out, right? And they did, and they decided that we And they did, and they said, we don't want this in the library accessible to children, minor children. That's what they did. They did find out what was going on in the library, and they did something about it. Yeah, yeah. Well, I got to go to my last break because I appreciate. I got to go to my last break because I'm short, so we'll be back.
FA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro, do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Another dry day today with plenty of sunshine. Temperatures very warm again in the upper 80s, but the humidity stays pretty low. For tonight and tomorrow, there's a very small chance of a passing shower. A lot of us are dry. Even if you get any rain, it's not going to be a big deal. 60s tonight, only low 80s for most of us tomorrow because of more cloud cover. There's a better chance then of showers and storms with higher humidity levels this weekend.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Well, Montgomery, right now things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send anyone on an alternate route. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Larry Live Oak, make sure you got the right insurance for your needs and lifestyle. Larry's been customizing insurance since 1988. Call Live Oak Insurance, Main Street in Millbrook, 285-2881. Buckle up for Montgomery. Make your select.
You don't have to miss a second of your favorite talk show at home or at work. Listen on your smart speaker, your Alexa, or Google smart home device. News Radio 1440.
Need to reduce your ride to Goodman to Prattville? It's Matt Parsley here from Budget Car and Truck Sales.
Hello?
Let's have some fun. This month, I'm going to help you reboot that old ride and save you up to $3,000 in the next or newer car. Based on the price of the car, it's out with the old and in with the new. So if that old ride is a hunk of junk, don't let it leave you in a funk. Bring it to me, and I'll help you shut it down. It's never time to reboot that old ride. Worried about your credit, budget, and credit unions that want to say yes. That's yes. Don't get your wires crossed. People credit approval process is like a reset button. So this spring, reboot your old ride. But hurry, a deal as good as going to shut them fast. I'm not partially. You're dealing with other people. See all of these ones at budgetsaysyes.com. That's budgetsaysyes.com. Or call 334-244-9777.
Mental Health Month, and the Council on Substance Abuse taking it through by motivational relationships, co-founding providing a variety of resources and giving information on veterans benefits. For more information, visit COSA at COSA.org and call 334-161.
Nice. Did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but it's 95% cheaper? It means you can get it online at dreams.com/radio. New Dreams will get a free medical consultation to determine the eating medication that's best for you. The free shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brand, up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at HIMS, so is treatment. Just go to hims.com/radio and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. hims.com/radio.
The Army National Guard is committed to keeping the country safe and our communities secure. Composed of hundreds of thousands of citizen soldiers from all walks of life, and in every corner of America, the Guard is always ready to respond to local or national emergency. The Army National Guard reacts to domestic operations in each of America's 54 states and territories, including Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Guam, and the District of Columbia. Each state National Guard's unique domestic role is to act as the first line of defense in support of civil authorities in their state. The Guard's emergency responses include search and rescue missions for floods, combating wildfire, hurricane and tornado recovery, and the presidential inauguration. The Army National Guard. We are always ready. We are always there. And in every state and territory, we stand guard for our community. To learn more, log on to nationalguard.com.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Somebody said that I never heard of this individual before, but he's swinging this right. He says, out of, how do you put that? Every, each generation must, out of relative obscurity, discover its mission, fulfill it, or betray it. Franz Fanon. Never heard of him. But I think he's so true in that one. Good morning, on air. Yes. Good morning. Mhm. Mm. 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 Yeah, I got. Yeah, I got to run. My time's up. No, okay. Yeah, and listen, I mean, listen. Everybody's been telling us their opinion about this. But if you can't put a card in the library that mentions God, around God's name, then you want to put a a book about men servicing one another in a Christian kind of way. All right, we'll be right 1 more hour. So, no, I think the people right having a lot of what they want. Yeah.
The time first responders arrived, they were both
This CBS News on the hour. The other part.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Donald Trump has just arrived at the courthouse in New York. The jurors in his criminal hush money trial are expected to receive instructions from the judge shortly before they begin deliberating the government's case against the former president. Correspondent Rob Barnett is our top story on the courthouse in New York.
The two-part question the jury has to answer, at least 34,000 times. Did Donald Trump falsify the records? Yes or no? And did he do that in accordance with a crime? Yes or no? And was that at the time the office that misleading voters into trusting information?
Israel National Security Advisors just announced he expects IDF ground operations in Gaza to continue at least through the end of the year. More on the U.S. in the wake of this strike that killed dozens of women and children at makeshift refugee camp. The U.S. is into a tie-up is in Jerusalem.
The Biden administration continues to insist it has no change in policy because it was an airstrike and not a major Israeli bombing.
The U.S. sent equipment and Iraq attacks have forced it to suspend work. North Korea learning to send dozens of number of drones for the all of it floated across its southern border. South Korea sent soldiers and explosive response teams to the government. Kim Jong-un called that response historic. The number of people being sentenced to death and executed around the world is going up. Amnesty International is just in Missouri.
Often because it's usually representation to adequately rank these charges, either here in the U.S. or even abroad.
The number of countries carrying out the problem. And most of the people got an older recently. 1,000 cars need to stop driving them because their Takata airbag inflators have an increased risk of exploding in crashes and total metal fragments. One person was killed by a front passenger inflator. As many as 58 have been injured over the past 8 years. Major League Baseball begins integrating records from the Negro Leagues today. It'll put players like catching great Josh Gibson ahead of stars like Ty Cobb in the stats. Ryan Verhulst manages Hinchcliffe Stadium in New Jersey, a former Negro League ballpark, now in New Zealand.
These guys played for love of the game. A lot of them played, if not for free, for pennies on the dollar as to what the Major League Baseball guys at the time were making. They were just as good.
Now down 353. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Angie's Lids is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why. I thought it was a retail movie. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was who gets sold faster. No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be interesting. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish. Sounds easy. It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. Maybe NGI, or download the app today.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash and do laundry. I can go to Facebook, watch my job. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. When it comes to driving, please, don't be multitasking.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
The museum dedicated to the JFK assassinations says the last surviving police detective who investigated the crime has died.
Former Sonny Boyd is seen wearing a cowboy hat in photos showing Lee Harvey Oswald being taken to Dallas Police Headquarters. He was one of the first to survey the scene at the Texas School Book Depository on that day, as he said in an oral history.
So within 15 minutes, we accounted for everyone there except Lee Harvey Oswald.
The sixth floor museum at Dealey Plaza now has another item was part of its display on the assassination. He said he was part of most of the interrogations of Oswald. Elmer's Sunday Board was 96. Steve Chafin, CBS News.
India's meteorological department reports the temperature in the Delhi suburb hit 126 degrees degrees Fahrenheit today. That smashes the old record set in the desert of Rajasthan by more than 1 degree Celsius. Kevin Rodriguez, CBS News.
All right, a lot of people said about the library, and a lot of our callers think that we should do that in the area because we don't want to censor it. Let's get in. Why would just put Playboy in the library and speak in public schools? Well, at least the kids would go to the library more often. 860-1440 is the number if you want to give us a call. But before we get back to that, okay, we're talking about the Council on Substance Abuse. Okay. Did you know more than 65 million Americans binge drink or drink heavily? Okay. This is Alcohol Awareness Month. This month is set aside to raise awareness of the danger caused by alcohol misuse. 29% of all traffic fatalities are caused by alcohol. Impaired drivers. Clean alcohol use kills nearly 5,000 people a year. That's more than illegal drugs combined. Most of the Council on Substance Abuse is bringing about awareness to reduce the pain and suffering caused by alcohol. But you, assuming you know, the need for help with alcohol abuse, there is help. Closer here, to the Council of Substance Abuse, call today at 334-262-1629. That's 334-262-1629. I'll go to COSA. Okay? COSA. Okay? NTADE.org or get educated on the danger of alcohol abuse. Call COSA 334-262-1629. Get help now. For a sober and a brighter future, it's never too late. Because COSA. I didn't realize 5,000 deaths a year. Alcohol related traffic. It's 1440. It's 9:09 in the morning. It is a Wednesday morning. I think it's Wednesday. It's a great day to be alive. You should greet the day one you ever greeted any day before. Yes, this day. What's the word? What's the lesson of life today? I gotta give it to you. I mean, I just one got it right. The lesson of life is a very simple one. Okay, it is a great day to be alive. Success is not a destination; it is a continuous journey. That's many who thought they were there just to find out. They have to start all over again. So don't ever think you get there. It's a continuous journey. So success is not a place that you get to and stop. It is a place you get to and you're always continuing to work hard to get it. It is a continuous journey. Again, there are many who thought they were big. 860-1440 is our number here. Let me see if there's a morning. Yes. You. Right. I know. Yeah. Yeah. There are rules. Mm. Mm. Actually, it's a Wednesday. Yeah. I got it. And I did. I've heard the name, but I can't. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Appreciate it. The bringing up of items, I, sometimes I even harken back to myself. This is for me to do so. But there has not been a cumulative gathering, whether it's insect, rat, roaches, horses. There's never been a gathering where there hasn't been some wrong, because we are all, especially in the human sphere, we're all human beings. We've done wrong. I don't believe that you can find in history, if it was, if the truth be told, uh, where there hasn't been someone who hasn't been done wrong. Let's go to Africa, South Africa, black place. it wasn't white folks that came to Africa. As a matter of fact, yesterday I had the opportunity. The other day I was talking to a woman from Nigeria, uh, and she told me uh, that historically it was the black chiefs who helped the white man capture blacks in Africa. Now, this woman is from she is from over there. She said, as a matter of fact, and I think in Nigeria, she said they have the old ships that used to transport slaves back and forth, still sitting as a as a what do you call something that represents something of the past? A monument, um, to that history. So if your own people, your own people that look like you, capture you for the enemy, then what else can you expect? Really. So mankind has always been terrible to mankind. I mean, it is I can imagine if you go to the ant colony, there's some ant colony talking about right now. Man, gotta get all the work down here. I mean, there's always somebody. Man has always been inhumane to man. So that's just the way it is. I just thank God that I wasn't born during that time, and we still got stuff going on today. It goes on today. Um, there was a group of individuals, my shade of color. Somebody was talking about the other day they was doing somebody wrong. Okay, well, it happens to everybody. I mean, everybody gets done wrong. So, that's just the way it goes. So the white folks had their turn, black folks had their turn in Africa by giving the Spaniards and English slaves. They gave their own people away. They helped enslave their own people. Wow. Who would have thought that? Okay, so there's no facet of our society that has gone untouched by criminality or wrongfulness. We all and if we look at us each other as individuals, I guarantee you, there's not anybody that can look in the mirror and see back that they didn't do something wrong. That's just our nature. We we like doing things wrong sometimes. But get some gratification of some sort. So I know. So we keep living in the past. Because we all know what happened to Tuskegee. As a matter of fact, in Tuskegee in World War II, they had a prisoner of war thing over there. I think it was near Opelika somewhere. And they fed the prisoners of war through the front door, the Germans, and made black folks go to the back door. Yeah, it was wrong. Absolutely. Tuskegee, it was just, let's see, the German prisoners of war were actually treated better than black folks were in Alabama. In Alabama, so mankind has always been terrible to men. 860 14 I made the money on there. Good. All right. We have, and not just your generation, mine too. Everybody wants to make it easy for our kids. They don't have to walk. And then intentionally, we've been slaves. Yeah. But if we don't change something, this country will not survive. This country will not be like we are. I can see that. Yeah. Wait. If you don't know what they're talking about, they will explicitly describe it to you in the book. Mhm. I think they call it toxic masculinity. Yeah, it's testosterone is what it's called. Yeah. Mm. That's where we are. I gotta take a break. We'll be back right after these messages. 860-1440. Evidently, slow news day yesterday. They wrote a story about a policeman that shot a dog. Well, right after the police. Won't be a dog right after the police. He's gonna get shot. You know, if you're shooting human beings right after, of course you'll shoot the dog. Come on now. We'll be back. We thought that was important for the newspaper. We'll be back. And we are back. 8:14. If you woke up, okay, what would you do if you woke up this morning and there was an additional $40,000 in your bank account? What would you do? I'll tell you what I would do. What would you do? You run to the bank, unlike my bank account when you walked in there was money that was gone that you didn't spend. But you get up this morning and there's 40,000 extra bucks in your bank account. What would you do? 8:14. Good morning, who's this? Good morning. Turn that down. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think it's partly blame. Don't think much. Not culturally. I think they're partly blame. I think they play a part in this also. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, we have I think an acting chief, not an interim. I heard something the other day they're looking for an interim chief. I don't know why we just don't put somebody. I mean, if the second chair is not good enough for the past, if the second chair guy is not good enough to be a police chief, then why in the hell is he in the second chair? Yeah, I don't either. I mean, we got a guy, assistant chief, maybe the chief. He knows everybody. Everybody knows him. Make him a chief. Yeah, but that's the process they keep coming up with. I mean, if the guy in the second chair is not good enough to be the police chief, why is he in the second chair? What money? I'm talking about levitate. You know, that 22, $44,000 a month. That ought to be gone by now. Well, now they got a new, I think levitate is involved in something else, something with violence or something. It's not working either. I don't know exactly how that's working, but yeah, I don't know. Everybody getting paid except the people who ought to get paid. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, hey, appreciate you. Come on, I said, believe. I don't want to do this. I hear you well. That's all of us. Just realize one of us. Whatever. Whatever. But we all are more. We all are less than what we think we are. So, so that's not a big deal. But somebody's got to lead. James, James. Okay. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree. Mm. Mm. That's right. And by the time somebody gets here new, they get to learn the lay of the land. 9 times out of 10, it's now it's going to have hurt feelings. And again, if second chair is not good enough for first chair, why do we have the second chair? Well, he's in it now. He was the assistant chief, so now he's in the first chair temporarily. But they're looking for a chief now. I mean, they're looking for a chief, so which means that evidently he's not in contention for the job. That doesn't make sense to me. Why is that? But then why have an assistant chief? Wait a minute, but wait a minute. It's a political appointment. So what does HR have to do with it? Yeah, I understand. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Because you're telling people, right? Because what you're telling people, you work your butt off, you can finally get up to the top, and now when their position comes open, well, they bypass you. But I just that well, that's one of the reasons why probably we're having a hard time getting policemen in because what good is it working your butt off if you get passed over when the opportunity comes? It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Well, maybe Chip Hill can call me and tell me, maybe, and I appreciate it because maybe Chip can call us and tell us why we just can't go ahead and make the guy there now the police chief. I don't have a clue about that. Good morning. Yes. Didn't I just talk to you last hour? Well, well, you don't get you only get two times if you call in the 6 o'clock hour. Other than that, I gotta but I'm gonna let you slide this. I'm gonna let you slide. So go say what you did. Go. All right. All right. Good morning, you there. All right. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Hmm. Well, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess you do. Yeah, yeah. Mm. No, and it is. But if you can't wait, a minute, but if you can't handle the job, then why are you a policeman? Oh, okay, okay. Well, I love being an admiral. Okay, right. Wherever, and I appreciate it. Got to take my last break, and I will come back. I listen. I just asked the question. The guy that's then, of course, you have to take the job. But but I've heard many police officers ask the same question. Why do we always have to go all around the nation when it is a political appointment? And I do see that HR gets involved in this political, and the mayor gets to assign in that position whom he chooses. But anyway, let's take a break. We'll be back after this. But if I'm wrong, Chip, give me a call, 860-1440, or text me 901-5022, and I'll call you back.
We're looking for a few more songs. I'm Dr. Mitchell. Today's the American copy. You want to use about in the first 3 years to influence different answers. You more information will be there. The doctor and tell me yes.
Okay, it doesn't have to stay the same. The simple steps you can take to prevent, control, and manage conflict.
Listen to News Radio 1440. Radio 1440.
Alexa, you're good. You're good. Anyway, good morning to everybody. It's 9:51. I don't have enough time today to talk to. I'm going to stand up and talk to people here. Good morning. Who's this? It's good to be loved. Appreciate it. Good morning, over there. His wife. Okay. I don't think the mayor has exclusive said that you can't be white and be a police chief in the city of Montgomery. I think there's some discrimination. I think that's because discriminatory practice. But I hear it. I mean, okay. If we become we in others, what makes us unique? But I just, I mean, it's a lot. See, I know some people in jail. I think we've seen that already. Yeah, man, I'm just, so everything in my life, what makes that better? I mean, I'm only asking the question. I don't have to answer. What makes that philosophy different than the philosophy of old? Okay, everybody can do that. I don't know. I thought we were beyond that. At least in my mind, are we saying we're never going to have another white? Everybody never going to have? Not in my mind. I'm just. I'm going to make the restaurant run for mayor is my last accident. I'll run for mayor. Let me see here. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, I still do it. Oh, Okay then. We got two minutes from now. What else I was talking? A lot of people do not know that the Stevie, Alabama used to be a home of a prisoner worker. A prisoner worker. In fact, if you, in World War II, they brought young prisoners to prison war. And they actually they treated them better than they treated us. They did. That's just men acting terrible to other men. But now that one kind of ticked me off. That would kind of tick me off for that one. But there's nothing I can do about it. Oh well, you know. But again, now what's worse than that is African chiefs helping gather African men to come to be slaves in America. That was worse. That's worse than that. So, just brother just can't see a great no place now in America. Anyway, congratulations to Speedy people. Police, we know they got more police than they need. I guess that ain't about more cars. My government, we can't seem to get nobody. And one more thing, a good piece of legislation, I think, the Attorney General Marshall asked the court to uphold a 2022 transgender surgery ban law. Heartbreaking incidents of regret and detransition are occurring. Absolutely. I think you should be allowed to do anything like that unless it's at least a great age of 18 years old. By the time you live 18 years and you haven't figured out that you were born a man or a woman, you want to change yourself right on. And then you can. But nobody should do. In April 2022, Governor AI signed a Vulnerable Child Compassion and Protection Act, or otherwise known into law, which prohibits doctors in Alabama from performing transgender operations or prescribing cross-sex hormones and puberty blockers to individuals under the age of 19, and I'm absolutely in full agreement. Now, you mid 19, you're confused, that's good. You want to cut stuff off and think that makes you feel enough, go for it, brother. Go for it. I'm good with you. It went into effect on May the 8th, 2022, but was blocked by the U.S. District Judge Lyles Burke, who probably got the issue himself. And 2 days later, the injunction came after multiple parties added themselves as plaintiffs in a case challenging the law, including 5 transgender minors by way of their parents and the Department of Justice. There's no such thing as transgender. It never has happened. Never will happen. When the hell we came up with that word, I don't know. But again, I got $1,000. Give anybody who used to be a female and change themselves to a male, or used to be a male to change themselves into a female. I'm good. I'll give you the money. Okay? I'm just waiting for somebody to show me, give me the proof that you transgender. Not mentally. Mentally don't count. Physically. Because we got some problems. But if you're 19 years old and you want to go that way, I'm good. But no parent, you should go to jail forever if you call yourself doing that kind of operation on your child under the age of 19. Now, if they want to be stupid and do that, so weird. They have a right to determine their own destiny. But not a parent. A parent should never be able to do that with their child. And you're probably good. I think I want to make the girl now. Okay, I hear you. Anyway, here we go. You see it tomorrow. Good Lord says the same.
execution date is set for an Alabama death row inmate. Jamie Mills is set to be executed by lethal injection during an 18-hour window that starts at midnight Thursday. It's the state's first attempt using lethal injection since the failed attempt. Jacksonville State University announced its Office of Diversity and Inclusion is closing effective Friday.
Good.
JSU's president says the move will put the school in compliance with the new state law. The president said that all current